that's crazy.
Sin. G. They say that young nigga got street potential. I deserve a presidential and a big ass residential. Yeah, posted up on block drive, other words central. These nigga know I keep that hot fire and I'm popping pimples. It's simple. Easy bitch let me work on her dental. I had to play with her mental. The menace, I'm the real deal center. I had dropped my pen on the ops, he ain't no real deal spinner. When I see you, that's your top. Your ass get wrapped and slithered. I'm bucking on 12, they the ops too, we don't surrender. I might just throw 2 Percocet back and cop back this silver. Twins shooting from that staple sign like Damian Lillard. Niggas scared, they ain't trapped, we trapping in a blizzard. Boy, that shit dead, that's the cap if you think I ain't gon' send them. All I see red, but I ain't blood, you better check my denim. I might just ride on your block with these 24 spinning. You gon' get shot up in your face about this bitch because you tender. I'm serving that white later all night, come get some Hillary Clinton. That nigga Bam is a bitch, he gave my twin a 20 cents. Bring home jail, I'm missing my twin, I been steady reminiscing. And free my twin, Eddie Kane, that nigga stood on that business. They say that young nigga got street potential. I deserve a presidential and a big ass residential. Yeah, posted up on block drive, other words central. These nigga know I keep that hot fire and I'm popping pimples. It's simple. Yeah, I'm in the street with all my niggas. That car ride past one more time, twin, shoot the missiles. I'ma hit funny bone with the Draco, yeah, I know it tickle. Look at my face, it's a tornado, cause I ain't leaving no witness. Ice on my neck, give a nigga chills, he gotta get COVID tested. Nigga ain't never up, no fire on me, but I learned a lot of lessons. He keep on dissing in his song, bitch, I'm shooting up his session. Bitch, I ain't never home alone, I keep double down Smith and Wesson. If I said I did it, better listen, cause I commit to my confession. Now all these hoes in the background, cause they missed on the blessing. My mama told me put that gun down, but I feel like a terrorist. If I don't rock out with the gang, then them crackers gon' bury us. I cannot drill with that pussy boy, cause I know he'll tell it. And fuck 12, yeah, we with the shit, yeah, we real rebellious. They say that young nigga got street potential. I deserve a presidential and a big ass residential. Yeah, posted up on block drive, other words central. These nigga know I keep that hot fire and I'm popping pimples. It's simple.
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. Please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscriber right now. We are back once again. I had to restart my my laptop. That was the only thing, because you know this mic is new. So I'm getting used to this mic, but it's okay. I hope you guys can hear me properly now, because I always wonder, it's like, what's going on? Like, the people, like 6 people were watching, and all of a sudden 15 were watching, and then 20 something plus, and then all of a sudden it went to 6. I'm like, what's going on? Why is it decreasing and increasing? But now we're here. We're live right now with Marvel Opara, Joyce's mom. Please, if there's any problem with the audio, let me know. Big ups to each and every one of you. Hello ma, how you doing? Sorry for the mic problems. Are you there, ma?
Hello, I'm here.
Sorry for the mic. I didn't know myself, because to me it sounds perfect on my end, but people watching it live said nah, it's not good. And big ups to Ekpeme Song, who is on live right now with us, and he said good evening mommies. He's greeting you, sending you greetings,
and ask him, does it sound okay?
Yeah, he says, Ekpeme, does it sound okay before we proceed? At least. Can you hear me clear? I mean, I'm talking about me. Do you hear me very clear? I think so.
Does he hear you clear?
I hope so. But let me see.
Hopefully, third time lucky, huh?
Yeah. It's clear. It is clear. So, ma, we have to go back again. I'm sorry, I'm wasting your time, but I know, man.
Around
Time is precious. Time is precious. But I know you only do this for me because you know you wouldn't do it for anybody for sure.
Okay, patience is a virtue.
Yeah, man. So, I'm gonna ask you again. Joyce, your son, knocked out Joseph the Dreamer Parker in one of the most exciting heavyweight bouts.
It was, wasn't it?
And it was a back and forth fight. Of course, Joyce dominated Joseph Parker from round 1 to the round he got stopped at. That was round 11. But Parker showed a lot of heart, resilience, and so much passion and will to win and zeal to win. It was a very, very good fight, I must say. How glad are you about the outcome of the fight? Joyce now he's on the top chain. He's on top of the mountain Kilimanjaro. Because when you mention heavyweights right now, Joyce's names would always pop up, and I think that's good.
Yeah, well, they can't run, they can't hide. He's there. He doesn't need to prove himself anymore. He beat the boxer. He knocked him out. He's the first person to knock him out. None of the other boxers could knock him out. So, they're all standing up and taking notice now. Tyson Fury was in shock at the end of the fight. People were telling me he was in shock.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is a good par with Joseph Parker. They hang around, stuff like that. I think they became friends after Parker beat Fury, which is very weird. I mean, it's very funny. After someone beat your cousin, you became friends with a person. It's just weird in a way. But
I think Joseph Parker was there to help Tyson Fury for his fight for, who was it? Was it for Dylan White or something?
Yeah, he was. He was in camp with Dylan White. Yeah.
So then he helped him for the fight for Joyce. So that's how they became pally-pallies, isn't it? They're helping each other out. But you see,
yeah.
I don't think Tyson Fury thought my son would win because everyone said he was shocked. And then I didn't like his conduct after the fight. He's having some kind of altercation with Derek Chisora. I mean, they didn't even let him have his moment. He just won a big fight against Joseph Parker, and them two at the side of the ring arguing about something.
That's to my next question. How did you feel about the spotlight being taken away from your son's victory over Joseph Parker that night? How did it make you feel? Like everything, the aftermath of the fight, everything was about Fury, Joshua, and Fury, Chisora. Let's talk about the victory of Joyce.
On the TV, obviously, they'll be showing what was going on with my son. It's all the YouTube people afterwards showing their videos of what was going on with, I think Gareth Davies was watching or interviewing, or I don't know what was going on there. I saw that afterwards. I'm thinking, what? There's no respect. There's no sportsman respect there. How can you be doing that when Joe Joyce just won a big fight? It's so disrespectful, because if Joseph Parker had won that fight, do you think Tyson Fury would be having an argument with Derek Chisora? No, it's because they didn't want they don't want to give Joe Joyce his limelight, because why would they behave that way? I think it's disgusting. It's not sportsmanship, and it's interesting also afterwards. There, how when boxers box, you always get reactions from other boxers. The only reaction I got, I seen out there was, what's his name, Fraser Clarke, saying how wonderful he did, But not many of the boxers came out to say, oh, what a great job he did, which is quite interesting. because it's almost like, oh, they don't want to acknowledge him because he's been under the radar for so long. He's now made a stance and they can't take it. So, I mean, I think Dave Allen came out and said something. But, it's just interesting. I thought, oh, there'd be more boxers would have come out and said something. Oh, what a great job he did. But he just went under the radar. Instead, what was going on was, the fight between Joshua and Tyson Fury again. I thought, here we go again. This madness, which we've already been down this road. Let's just talk, and then nothing ever happens. The fight's not happening, is it, with Tyson Fury and AJ? So
what do you also make of the chants? During that fight, each time Parker landed a right hand, one of his very good right hands that could take an elephant down on Joyce. The chants were more than when Joyce landed on Parker. Like, basically, Parker had more fans in that arena, in my opinion. I mean, watching from on TV and stuff like that, and just in reaction from the fans in each punch landed, because I record the fight. I watch the fight every day. I watch the fight every day.
It comes across when you're there live, because when you're there live, you just hear what's around you, and you hear. I mean, when my son was landing on Joseph Parker, people were cheering. When Joseph Parker's fans, when he was landing on my son, they were cheering. So it was equal amount of cheers. Especially where I was sitting. Anyway, I was sitting in ringside. So there was it was equal amount. I don't know what was going on further back, because I didn't hear what was going on further back. So maybe you're getting what the TV are presenting to you.
Yeah, possibly, ma. And also, let's talk about the British fans. We all know that Joyce has been the underdog for a very long time. Not really much appreciated like that, the way it should be. But I think this win actually, gained support, a lot of support from the British fans from this win. Do you think it's too late? Because looking at what Joyce has achieved for Great Britain, he is the second most decorated amateur fighter from the UK, with lots of medals to back it up, for sure. We know that. You said?
Who's the first one?
I think it's Nicola Adams.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Nicolas Adams. Yeah, I think she's the most decorated amateur boxer in UK. Yeah, I think she is. Yeah, I think she is. Joyce is the second. Okay. Now, how do you feel that? Like, do you feel some sort of way that it took the British public or fans or boxing fans many years and hard work of Joyce for him to even get recognition, to be appreciated?
I think because they were going on about he started late, and how can he achieve anything if he's only started boxing at 22? Most of these boxers, I mean, Joseph Parker started when he was 4 years old. All these boxers, Tyson Fury, when they were young age, Daniel Dubois, I mean, AJ started when he was 18, I think. Nathan Gorman as a child. I mean, all these boxers, they started quite young. And so, of course, they think, well, how come he's starting at 22? And look what he's achieved. He was in the amateurs for 10 years. It takes 10 years to learn a skill. So, of course, he was there in the amateurs for about 10 years. And he's only been 4 years as a pro, 5 years, let's say, this year. This October will be 5 years as a pro. And he's already, look how much he's achieved. He's in his first fight, he did a 10-rounder with Ian Lewison. and he knocked him out. And that's a statement in itself. Then on his full professional fight, he won the Commonwealth belt, which hadn't been won over 120 years or something when that record was broken. And he did it in his full. So I mean, every time he did a fight, he steps up, keep proving himself, and they keep saying, "Oh, no, he needs to step up more." Then it was Daniel Dubois. Then they saw what happened with that, and then now it's Joseph Parker. So now they can't say, "Oh, he needs to step up." What more does he need to prove? He's been proving himself since he started. I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Are you happy with, the support now? The support is getting right now from the fans. I know some of the fans are anti-Joshua because I remember when I think Joshua had all the fans in the UK prior to Fury coming back, Fury coming back and beating Deontay Wilder, and a lot of the fans that became Fury fans, they just were Joshua fans just because there was no one to link to. Like there was no way to link towards, in the UK, so they're like anti-Joshua. Jojo's fans tends to be a little bit different, yeah. A mixture of that. What do you make of that? Like, is it good for like the British fight fans? Is it good for them to have favorite? Isn't it better to support all the fighters?
I think everyone has their own favourites, but I think now people are sitting up and taking notice because my son beat somebody who's a really good boxer. In the boxing eyes, he's a good boxer, or I don't know, he's been boxing for a long time. So now they finally give him the recognition because nobody ever had knocked him out before. So everyone was just like, "Oh wow, he's knocked out Joseph Parker," And then now all this nonsense with Fury and Joshua reared its head again, and still there's no fight. So that was a complete waste of time. And now we have this. Now we have Conor Benn and what's his name, Eubank Jr. And so since my son's won his fight, it's just been one thing after another, and it's almost like they've taken the limelight away from him. So.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, there's nothing. It's obviously boxing, and they're boxing. I call it the boxing dramas, the boxing pantomime, because it is a pantomime. It's just one big drama after another. There's never a dull moment. 1 minute first of all, it was what was it it was the women's boxing, wasn't it? Everyone was excited about the women's boxing. Then it was postponed because of the Queen's funeral, or mourning, and then it was my son's fight with Joseph Parker. And as soon as the fight's over, no sooner as it's over, they're going on about Tyson Fury and Joshua fight, which was already dead. And what are they trying to try to bring it back alive for, when it's clear that it's not going anywhere. They've been trying to make this fight for years, and it still hasn't materialized. So and now Tyson Fury is gonna fight somebody else in December. So that was a complete waste of time. Tyson Fury should have just said, "Oh, I'll fight Joe Joyce for my next fight," because it would have been easier to make. They're both in the same camp. How can he be making it? I don't understand all this negotiation.
But do you think Tyson Fury will ever fight Joe Joyce? I think you want to see Joe Joyce get older, like his chin, hoping his chin fails him. I think that's what he would do.
What I've heard about in the medical thing with boxers, their bone density gets stronger as they get older.
The heavyweight boxers.
Yeah. So in fact, his bone density is getting stronger. is stronger than when he was in his 20s. So and he's come from strong stock. He's got both on his parent, his mother and his father's side. We are strong people. It's in his DNA. So if Tyson Fury and that lot is waiting for him to get old, is that what they're waiting for?
Well, I think Fury specifically would not fight Joyce. He would never fight Joyce. But if he does, it would be when Joyce is already like maybe 45 years old, something like that.
Doing it till he's 45 years old. The thing is, Raymond, these people like Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker, all those people, they've been boxing since they're 4 years old. They've got more miles on the clock. They're not fresh. And look at them. They all look older than my son anyway. It's jokes.
Yeah, I have to agree, Ma. Now, let's talk about the prospect of Joshua versus Joyce happening in Nigeria, because Joyce, your son, talked about wanting to fight Joshua. He said he wants to thump Joshua up in Nigeria. He would love to do that and get his revenge and stuff like that. As for me, I support both fighters. I support Nigerian fighters. I don't have any. I don't have a favorite. I don't have favorite because I believe all should be supported and backed at the same time. And as a Nigerian, I hate actually seeing Nigerian fighters fight each other. But I think this will make sense if there is a bet on the line, a rumble in the jungle type of fight. What do you make of that fight? The prospect of that happening. Does Joyce really want to fight Joshua in Nigeria? Does he really want it?
Listen, in Raymond, you said you don't like Nigerians fighting Nigerians. In Nigeria, the boxers in Nigeria fight each other, right?
It's different.
No, why is it different?
They fight each other to improve their skill set and stuff like that. So it's different.
Yeah, no, it's not different because then they have to fight each other.
It's different. I'm in that Nigerian code, like Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman. They said they would never fight each other. There is no kind of two heads are better than one in UFC. I think Usman lost his last fight to Edwards from the UK, but he will get it back for sure in this fight. Adesanya has a fight this year against a dangerous opponent, so hopefully he doesn't lose. And that opponent knocked him out in the past as well. But it's gonna be interesting. They said they will never fight each other for sure. And I know boxing is different. Boxing is a one-man sport. UFC is a company. But UFC. There is more chance of fighters fighting each other than in boxing. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see Joshua fight, but for something, not just like that, for something, for a belt or something. Imagine Joshua getting his hands on that WBO belt. I don't think Usyk will fight him. In fact, I think Usyk will not fight Joshua. There's no need for him to fight. He knows what will happen if he fights him, and he's got more to lose if he fights Joyce. He knows what will happen. So Joyce automatically become the WBO champion, and we get a fight made in Nigeria. But how do you feel about the fight happening in Nigeria and stuff like that? Does Joyce really want to fight Nigeria, or is he just saying it because Joshua said in the past, "Oh, I would love to have a fight in Nigeria one day," and it never happened?
Well, we never know. We'll find out, won't we? I mean, if it happened in Nigeria and they both want to fight each other, then why not? It'd be absolutely brilliant. It'd be brilliant for Nigeria, for everyone there. Everyone would be celebrating in the streets. It'd be like a big carnival. It'd be very interesting. It'd be like filler in vanilla.
Will you go to Nigeria then?
Of course I'll go there. What are you talking about?
I know Josh was in Nigeria when he was 6, right? He's been there twice or 3 times. You know, you took him there, and as seen from this picture right here, you took him to church as well. You know,
Yeah.
he was very happy being in Nigeria, and I think it will be the homecoming for him. You know, once again,
Yeah. Well, he was
going
12.
back
Well, he was
to
there.
the whole days, I guess.
Yeah. He was there when he was 12 as well. So yeah, no, everyone would be behind us and behind. It'd be absolutely sensational, I think. It'd be
Yeah, I mean, I will support that fight. I will watch that fight as a
and
neutral,
and the best
as a
man
neutral.
and the best man will win.
Yeah, for sure. But I think such a fight.
But you know
I
what?
think, man, I think Frank Warren Greed and Eddie Hearn Greed would not make. They will make the fight. They will want to make the fight in the UK, happen in the UK. More money, stuff like that. You know, I think his time is our time. I think I've always said that Joshua must fight in Nigeria, because you can't have over 15 million Nigerians, you know, supporting you, adoring you, stuff like that, and you don't give them a fight there. It's weird. Like,
has he come on your channel yet?
You said?
Has he come on your channel yet?
No, it was supposed to, but the time. Listen, what happened was before the first Usyk fight. You know, I made contact with his team, and they were gonna tell him about it. You know, after the Usyk fight, because he believed he was gonna win that fight. But he lost, and I didn't get back to them, because you know what I mean. You know, you cannot get back to people after losing like that. Come on. So, and my instinct just told me no, let me not do it.
He must listen to your channel, or one of his team listen and
He
tell.
does. Yeah, it's one of his team, though, for sure. Yeah.
And you're always bigging him up and everything, and supporting him, and everyone else is. So why doesn't he have the decency to come onto your program, onto your channel and chat?
Well, I've not invited him yet. You know, I got in touch with his team, and they were supposed to hook me up, but after losing, my instinct just told me not to get back. You know what I mean? So, and I big up all Nigerian fighters here. If you're Jaguar, you know, like Joshua, Joyce, Rafa Akbajiri, all, because I believe that there are not really many. You know, the fighting game is dominated by Americans. You know, so they had a lot of many. The Africans are not really many in this boxing stuff. They are not many. Like, they are talented, but they don't really get to the top like that, or nobody gets to speak about them like that. You know what I mean? So it was my job to do so, to make sure I do it. You know, so that was the case. The thing is that Joshua has over 17 million fans in Nigeria. Like, each time Joshua fights, all Nigerians, millions of Nigerians stay awake just to watch the fight. You know what I mean? So you've got to give the fans a fight over there. I think he has to. If he doesn't, it's not a bad thing, but I don't think he will be forgotten very quickly by Nigerians. You know, they're giving you all this support, and then you're not giving them a fight. But some Nigerians will say, why should he do that? Or must he do that? Like, stuff like that. You know, some Nigerians who are very political, they will say, yeah, but you see the country right now, stuff like that. You know, Nigerians love to criticize their country a lot. I'm part of them, but I believe, listen, events take place in Nigeria every year. Nigerians bring all these, you know, superstars from America, from everywhere, you know. So why can't a boxing match happen there?
I
mean, in Abuja, like, it's just Nigerians being being their own. I don't know.
Raymond, I think it'd be fantastic if it happened in Nigeria, in Victoria Island. I think it'd be absolutely.
Where in Victoria Island?
I don't know. Where have they got a stadium? Have they got a stadium?
Well, yeah, but it's not Victoria Island. I think it should happen in Abuja.
Yeah, why there?
Abuja. I think it happen. I think it should happen in Abuja at Nnamdi Azikiwe's stadium, the new stadium.
They got a new stadium.
Yeah, in
Have
Abuja. Yeah. No, I've not been to the stadium, but I know of the stadium.
How many does it hold?
I don't know. I think it's over 50,000 or so.
Okay.
Let me see. That I'll have to check. Let me check.
But also, Raymond, we've got to think about logistics, about people getting there. You know.
It's very easy to get there. That's not a problem. I mean, it's Nigeria. There are flights everywhere. Abuja, like, is the capital, so it's very easy. That's what Nigerians travel. We travel a lot, so that's not a problem. Getting there is easy, very easy. And it will be listen, like I said, lots of events are being hosted in Nigeria. Lots of events. Like, not long ago, I think Rick Ross was brought to Nigeria. Rick Ross, the rapper. Many musicians, A-list American musicians, world stars have been to Nigeria. Cardi B was there as well.
Well, there
Come
you go.
on.
We could get them all involved.
So are you saying we can't host a boxing match there? A boxing match that would cement, like, that would put Nigeria on the map? Because to this day, to this day, Rumble the Jungle is still talked about. It's a classic. It took place in Zaire, Congo. Now Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. But it's a classic.
Maybe you should do a poll, Raymond. How many people would like to see this fight and see what happens?
Dennis Moses says, no way, Lagos at Teslim Balogun Stadium. Well, I think Teslim Balogun Stadium is not. It has to be renovated, bro. Come on, man. It has to be renovated. It's will be hold. Abuja new stadium will be better. I think it will be better. My opinion. Oh, what do you think, Ma?
Yeah, I think so. What other questions is there in the question box? Is anyone asking any questions?
I've not checked everything yet, but let me see. So, Ekpeme Isong says, Mom wants him to fight Fury Nest. Eddie, I think Eddie. Is that? How do you mean, bro? Ekpeme Isong? You mean Jojo's mom wants Jojo to fight Fury Nest, or you want him to fight Fury Nest? Dennis Moses says, just my opinion, Frank Warren is pretending to like Joyce as he wants Daniel Dubois to become a world champion, as he's looking for a fast and easy route for a world title fight. But you have to prove yourself. What do you make of that, Frank Warren wanting to, like, pretending to like Joyce? Do you think there's any case like that?
Well, Frank Warren, he's got three of the. He's got Tyson Fury. He's got my son. He's got Daniel Dubois. Whatever happens, he's always going to win, isn't he? Win or lose, he's always going to be making money, right? So whoever he wants, I think what he wants is to have all the champions in his stable. That's what I think. Because you know how it is with him and Eddie Hearn. There's always this rivalry thing. So he's got all roads leads back to Queensbury. Wasn't that what he said himself? Frank Warren.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I remember when Jojo's beat beat Dubois.
He wasn't happy.
Frank Warren was not happy.
No.
And I don't know what to say. Like, has Eddie Hearn ever worked with Joyce before? Have they worked together before?
Who, Eddie Hearn?
Yeah, did him and Joyce work together?
No.
Did they work together?
No, he worked with David Hay. That's who we
Okay. Something tells me that if Joyce was in Matchroom, for example, something tells me, especially now that Joshua has lost, twice and, like, let's say 3 times, and twice in a row, something tells me Joyce will become the new face of matrimony. Of course, Joshua. The thing is that Joshua's brand is huge, is massive. Like the guy's commercially is like he's the biggest heavyweight boxer commercially.
Because he was promoted by Sky when he started, and and because he did the Olympics here, that's why. But you look at Dylan White. He's just he didn't get as much as AJ, did he?
He got as much as that. I have to tell you right. If I'll tell you right now, Ma, if Dylan White was under Frank Warren, the money he's made as a boxer, he wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah. Okay. I think you know what Dylan. He made a big mistake for not fighting AJ that time he had a chance. I remember that he had a chance to fight AJ at Wembley because Eddie Hearn had booked Wembley, and then the fight had fallen through with I can't remember who it was, but Dylan White could have fought AJ, and he decided he didn't want to because he wanted more money, so he missed the opportunity there. And then I think after that AJ then fought Andy Louise. So yeah, I think sometimes when there's an opportunity, you should just grab it because in this boxing, you just don't know what's going to happen around the corner.
Yeah. So, like what I was saying is that I believe that if Joyce was on Matchroom, I think at the end would have
don't know, Raymond. We will never know. So it's not even no point even thinking that because I don't know. You just don't know. He might just be playing second fiddle because he would have had Dylan White there and he's got AJ.
Ma, do you think Joshua had it easy? Like someone here on the chat is saying, Michael Buford says, big ups Michael Buford is a regular listener. He said right here, what do you make of your son saying AJ had been given easy opportunity to boxing? Do you think so? What do you make of that?
Well, you have to think when it was the Olympics, he got the gold medal. So of course the path was made clearer for him and easier. And for all those people in 2012 who won gold medals. Their careers went much easier because it happened here in this country, in England. So of course it would be easier.
Is it because it happened in England?
Yes, I think it's because it happened in England.
So if Joyce, for example, had won, like if he, for example, he won a silver in England, or you think he would have been given an easier path?
I think it would have been much easier, yeah. Because all eyes were on England, wasn't it?
Really? So let's say, for example, Holly Harrison. Holly Harrison is a gold medalist, right?
Yeah.
He won a gold medal.
Yeah, but if you got gold, it gives you more status than it does silver.
Yeah, but he's not talked about to this day now. He's forgotten. He's forgotten.
And that's because people have short-term memories.
I just think the reason why Joshua went far, got far, I think is because he's the way he carries himself as well.
He had Sky behind him. When it was Audrey Harrison's, they didn't have all these other platforms. It was different then. They got Sky. They have all these brand. He's a brand. AJ's a brand. That's why.
Okay, why haven't Sky been able to create another Joshua then? Because they have all these boxes now, they sign stuff like I think they are working with boxers.
Like I said, it happened because we had the Olympics in this country, and also it was not the Golden Jubilee. What was it? The Golden Jubilee as well. So that made it even more special. Don't you remember?
How many boxers? How many British boxers were on that fought at that tournament? Do you know?
I don't know. I can't remember. But there's quite a lot.
But there have to be a lot because it's Olympics and Britain has countless boxers. And out of all the people that fought, only Joshua is known worldwide now.
Nicola Adams was the female boxer. Remember?
Yeah, but I think she has 2 gold medal, right? She already won 1 before, so she was already famous.
She did it. She done that in. She went to the one in the Commonwealth Games as well, didn't she? I think she did. I remember her there when I was there. She was at the Commonwealth Games as well.
She's the most decorated amateur boxer in the whole of Britain, and then followed by Joyce.
There was something special about 2012 because of the Jubilee as well was taking place. So of course they got a lot of medals and a lot of money came back for the GB squad. So that makes a big difference. And then of course if you get a gold medal, then you get people, wanting to sign you up and give you all sorts of things. But I think also because of all the networking and the branding, there wasn't all this branding business back in the day with Audrey Harrison. But now there is.
So why doesn't Fury has a branding then?
I don't know. What happened with Fury?
I mean, he doesn't commercially. He's not near Joshua.
No, but he wasn't in the Olympics, was he? He
did. He lost. He got beat.
When was he in the Olympics?
I think he was. Did Fury? Well, let me look at the Fury.
Let me see. Was he in the Olympics? I don't remember.
I don't think so. Let me see. Fury.
He wasn't at the 2012 Olympics.
No. I think he has to be 2008 or so. Fury Olympics. Let's see.
I know Dante Wilder got bronze. I don't know which Olympics he was in, but I know he got bronze. That's why they call him the bronze bomber, right?
Wilder got bronze, yeah. China.
Yeah, that's it, China, yeah.
So
was Fury in the Olympics? I don't remember in the Olympics.
Yeah, so Fury did not go to Olympics.
That's what
he didn't. Yeah, he was never chosen.
That's probably why, isn't it?
He was never chosen to compete at the games. So yeah, he was supposed to go to the 2008 Olympics, Beijing.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah, he was never chosen. So.
Oh, he didn't get selected.
No.
Well, that's interesting.
So it wasn't good enough.
It is a very tough process. Getting qualified to go to the Olympics. People think it's as easy as that. You've got to do all these competitions and everything before you even get qualified.
That's true. But I believe that the reason why Joshua made it out and got it the way they did is also due to his persona, how he handles himself, the branding, stuff like that, because his team are very smart. He's got the way he carries himself is different. Sometimes I believe that he's too humble. Too, I don't know. He caters too much to the media.
Been trained that way.
I don't think he's training. I just think it's part of being professional. I guess
he's trained that way, Raymond. You can hear when he has lots of obligations to all these brands he does. He's got to conduct himself in a particular way. That's probably why, when he lost the fight to Usyk, all that went out the window because he was being in the moment. He forgot about all that, how to behave. He was in touch with his feelings. It was raw. It was the here and now. And he was just, emotional.
Well, the reason why I'm saying he's not being trained that way is just being part of being a professional boxer. Okay? Because if you look at Floyd Mayweather, for example, he's got all these brand deals as well, right? He's got his brand, but he talks a lot. He talks a lot of shit sometimes. You know.
Businessman. He's always.
Yeah, but he's got a brand. He has more branding than Joshua.
Oh, I don't know nothing about his brand.
He does, but he's the richest boxer alive.
Yes, I know.
He made over $500 million fighting Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And then the Conor fight was like crazy. He made over $300 million. Like he's the richest boxer alive.
Right.
You know. And he talks a lot of crap. He has a lot of brand deals, you know. Yeah, talks a lot of crap as well.
What are you trying to say to me, Raymond? Because I'm not sure what we're getting at here.
Okay, what I'm saying is that it just depends on how someone, in regards to Joshua's being trained, it just depends on how he wants to see himself. I want people to see him because, you know, when you're a fighter, there is this stereotype about fighters. You know, that fighters are savages or something like that. Like, there's this stereotype about fighters. However, some fighters like Joyce and Joshua, they tend to make themselves look gentle, you know, like responsible. They behave responsibly, you know what I mean? I just think that's the case, you know. Because Fury, for example, we all know that he's not a role model. He doesn't want to be a role model to anybody. He's a shit talker. He talks all the crap in the world. So he doesn't want to be in it. And that's why he does, like, I believe Joyce's brand is gonna improve very soon. What do you think about Joyce? Listen, what do you think about Joyce? Do you think Joyce can become the villain?
What you say? Why would he want to be a villain?
Like the character, like because I believe, you know, I know it's feared now, but a character to, like, I don't know, Joyce is not like that. He's too humble, man. Not like he's super humble. My God, he can't do it. He's too humble.
You can't change a person for how they are. That's his nature. He's always been like that. But when he steps over those ropes, he becomes the juggernaut.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So that's what fools everyone, isn't it? Because he's so gentle.
You know, some fighters like Mike Tyson had a character, you know? He had a character.
No, but everyone doesn't need to be like a villain. You don't need to be a boxer to be a villain. Boxers can be nice people. Joseph Parker's a nice guy. Why do they have to?
Parker talks a lot of crap.
I noticed he's only been chatting more crap since
he talks a lot of crap, man. It's not like Joyce. Joyce hardly say anything.
No. This is only because he's been hanging around with Tyson Fury. Before that, he was always quite gentle and gentlemanly. You know, so he was just doing that just to build the fight, you know. But that's not how he is, really, is he?
Michael Buffer says, what do you make of AJ mental state? Do you think he has declined since the Klitschko or Ruiz fight?
Well, I don't know what goes on in his camp. I really don't know what goes on in his camp, and I don't know what goes on in his personal life. But it's interesting because is it Chris Eubanks? Yeah, he plays games like my son, doesn't he? He's a gamer, and I think as a boxer you need something else. When you're not training or whatever, you need something else to relax you afterwards. And if you don't have that, then your mind is not going to switch off. It's just going to go 100 miles an hour. And sometimes you might overthink. And, you know, that is tiring in itself. So I don't know. And also because AJ was using the GB setup for years, and there's lots, it's amateurs there. He trains with all the amateurs. I mean, he spars all the amateurs, and then he uses all the facilities, and they have like the psychiatrists and all those kind of people there. So sometimes it, you might think, oh, you need that stuff, and maybe you need it too much. I mean, he always just have those headphones. What is he listening to with those headphones? Is he just listening to music, or is he listening to, or listening to a voice telling him how to be? I don't
Music,
know.
I think it's mainly music, I guess.
But you don't know. Have you asked him? Maybe you need to ask him. I don't know. But even Joseph Parker's, he was having some, I don't know, coaching or mental coaching, or I don't know. But I always think, okay, yes, you need the mental, the spiritual, and the physical, but you need to have the balance. If you've got too much of one thing, it's not going to make you, um, what's the word? I don't know. You're going to be missing something if you have one thing more than one. You've got to find the balance. Like with my son, he's always playing his games. He needs to find the balance, know when to switch it off. You know,
Do you think Joshua has a lot of yes men?
I don't know. He probably does. Think about it. He's a millionaire or whatever. So they're probably all round him, like bees to a honey pot. I don't know. He needs. Only AJ knows who's around him. I'm sure he's got people.
Because I someone said I think there is a popular boxing former
We
trainer
we
that
don't know if we're not around him. We don't
that
know.
said he has too many yes men.
Yeah, well, that was clear when he was fighting Usyk. In that. They were all telling him he was winning, which was a lie. Yeah, you're doing well, AJ. Which is crazy. How can you tell the boxer you're doing well when you're clearly not? Tell the boxer the truth. You know.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But anyways, let's get to the next subject right here. I think I would love to hear your take on this, which is the Conor Benn Eubank fight being postponed and Ben failing a drug test, and the fight was almost certain to go ahead. Was almost like that was like crazy, but he's been cancelled now, postponed. What do you make of drugs
Wow.
in boxing?
Well, when I heard about that, I thought, wow, this is unbelievable. Yet another drama, another thing going on in the boxing world. I thought, oh gosh, there's always something. Um, I was thinking, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like he had traces or something to do with a woman's whatever. I'm thinking, is it been cross-contaminated? What's happened? What? And then as I listen to what's going on, I'm thinking, so they've known about all this stuff since when was it? Was it August, September? When was it they knew about his
I think they knew a week already, like September. Yeah.
yeah. So and then the thing is, I remember Chris Eubanks coming out with saying something like, "Oh, it's going to be a public execution," and I thought, why is he saying that? Why is he saying it's going to be a public execution? Is he going to do a public execution on Conor Benn, or is it going to be the other way around? And then the next thing I hear is Chris Eubanks Senior saying he wanted to be boycotted. And I'm thinking, what's all this? So I'm thinking, and then the next minute it's saying, oh, Conor Benn's been caught with, was it VADA? Is found something not right in his test or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this. I just thought to myself, this is it. The fight's not going to happen now. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. And it'll be postponed. But the thing about it all, Raymond, I think which is terrible, is they should have just let the undercard get on with it on Saturday, because all these boxers, they go through these training camps, and they put their bodies through hell and back. They got to get to a peak, and then to find they can't even box, it's going to be postponed. I think they should at least let the undercard go ahead, even if Conor Benn and Eubank weren't going ahead. Or they should have something like I think because of what's happened, I think now they should set up something like a rescue fund. Because how are these boxers going to be paid? These bloody training camps, they cost money. They're not going to get paid. So how are they going to pay all these expenses? Plus, all the people who are travelling from around the world to come and watch this fight. What, they paid all these flights and hotels? Who's going to be paying them back the money? No one. So I think they need to set up, I think, to do with the doping and everything else, it should be under one umbrella. There's too many different side things. Everyone should be under the same umbrella and saying the same thing, and make it transparent, because otherwise we got this situation what we have now. They're saying he's not suspended. So if he's not suspended, why didn't the fight go ahead then? If the medical people said yes, it's okay, and Chris Eubanks is happy with it, why didn't they let the fight go ahead then? Because now it's all wasted. All the money is wasted. If the two fighters are happy to go ahead with it, they should have just let the fight go ahead. But then, when I heard what Chris Eubank said, it's going to be a public execution, now I know what he's talking about, because he knew about the doping thing. He knew about Conor Benn, failing a test, because obviously they would have informed his team about it. And it's no wonder Chris Banks Jr. Senior was saying boycott the fight, because he found out about that as well. So maybe in hindsight, maybe it's best that it is postponed, but then all that money is wasted. And I think those people on the undercard should be compensated. There should be a rescue fund to help them to pay for all this money they paid for their camp, for their nutrition, for their time, for blood, sweat and tears. They need to set up something like that for anything for the future if anything like that happens again. Because it's not fair for the boxers. The only time they're getting paid is when they fight.
That's true, Ma.
Is that right?
I have to agree.
No,
But I'm really disappointed in Conor Benn, though, because I literally thought this guy is like one of the cleanest athletes,
Maybe,
It's just sad,
But you see, they're going about this B sample, yeah? This is the other thing. They're going about a B sample. So when they take the test, yeah, they put some in one bottle, some in another bottle, or whatever they do. Surely it'd be the same result, right? It's not going to be any different. So why are they going on about a B sample? The B sample is going to say the same thing as the A sample.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, and who looks after this B sample? Who's looking after it?
What happened to the Dillian White B sample?
Oh,
you
no,
know?
this is what I'm saying. I asked about it. What's happened to it?
It just disappeared, huh?
Because maybe the B sample says the same thing as the A sample, so they're not saying anything. They're keeping it all under. I don't know. It's a bit weird how suddenly the B samples disappeared into infinity.
Yeah, man. Anyways, let me not bother you too much.
And what are people saying in the chat?
So, yeah, you said?
What are people saying in the chat, Raymond?
No, they're just listening. I think the last comment here is from Eddie saying Joyce versus Fury would be a great fight.
Yeah, it would be a good fight. It'd be great in Wembley.
And Capucho says big up mama.
Oh, thank you.
Michael Buford just commented saying the truth is Eddie Hearn wanted to continue the fight without the public knowing Benn failed the test, but someone leaked
Yes.
the information to the Daily Mail, and I believe it was Chris Eubank Sr.
Oh, yes, maybe. Because I'm thinking, who's leaked it to the paper? It must be somebody in one of the camps.
Do you know that Daniel Dubois was set to fight Lucas Brown, but the BBBOC, the British Boxing Board of Control, rejected the proposed fight? What do you make of that?
I never heard anything about it.
What do you make of Dubois fighting Lucas Brown?
So what
Is that like doing any justice? Is that going to do him any justice, or what? Is that not? That is retrogressive, in my opinion. That's not progressive.
Right, Lucas Brown. Is it just Is it a stay busy fight, maybe? But who turned it down?
The BBBOC, the British Boxing Board of Control.
Why did they turn it down?
Well, let me see. The news is here.
What is this recent news? I never even heard. No, I missed that one. I don't understand why would they turn it down.
So Lucas Brown said, in regards to the BBBOC turning it down, he said, "I've come off two great knockout. Wait a minute. I've come off two great knockout wins against one of the better fighters in Australia and an upcoming fighter in Junior FAR." Brown noted in the video that he posted on social media on Thursday, "I knocked him out in one round. I currently hold an IBF and WBA regional title and a top 15 ranking with the WBA. I'm apparently too old. You finally get the greatest news ever that you are going to challenge for the world title. Then some boss somewhere says he's 43, he's too old, we are not going to sanction him." How sad is that? It's not like I've been beaten around the head of my career. I've got 3 losses in total. How does this work? How exactly does this work? We're a body of people who are obviously too old to fight themselves. Just go on. Oh, he's too old. We are not going to worry about it. What's going on? So apparently the fight was the British Boxing Board of Control did not sanction the fight because they believe 43 is 43 and it's too old. Yeah. What do you make of that?
What about Klitschko? He was 42 when he fought AJ. What kind of madness?
Yeah, but Klitschko is different. You cannot compare Klitschko to Lucas Brown. Come on. Klitschko is an all-time great. Lucas Brown is a guy that got bashed up by Dillian Dubois such a while.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
so
like...
Now then, who's he going to fight?
Got beat up by... I think Dave Allen knocked him out, right? Dave Allen. Or Johnny Man, in my opinion. Knocked him out. So, I mean, that's like murder, in my opinion. Like,
And
because if Dubois would really beat him. He might end up in the hospital. So I think I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's right that they did not sanction it, but
maybe they're protecting his health.
Yeah, but he had a back-to-back win, you know.
Oh well, then if you want to fight on, let him fight on then.
Well, the British Boxing Board of Control are not having it.
Okay, is that just recently?
Yeah, recently, yeah.
Oh, and maybe it's to do with this Conor Benn and Eubanks. You know, it's a knock-on effect.
No, I don't think that's the case. They just say he's too old.
He's too old. Okay.
43.
Well, they say my son's too old as well. There you go.
So that's funny. So if Joyce then clocks 43, they will say he's too old?
No, because he hasn't had many miles on his clock. It's different. How many miles has this Lucas Brown had on his clock? He started boxing young, didn't he?
No, I don't think so. Lucas Brown he didn't begin as a boxer. I think he did MMA. He was an MMA fighter.
Oh, okay. Well, he's had a lot of damage then.
Would you see? Do you think? Would you like to see Joyce in MMA? Or do you think you don't like the sport, right? Do you like MMA?
He's done lots of martial arts.
Do you like MMA? Do you like it?
Oh, not really. I mean, it's exciting to watch, but I think if you're going to do that, I think you should do it when you're younger. You know, we break a lot of bones all the time, don't you? It's dangerous. I think it's more dangerous than boxing. But
okay. Well, we'll see how it is, how it goes. Be interested.
So, who else is there? So there's Usyk and there's. So okay. So Tyson Fury and AJ's fight's out of the way now. So what's left now with the heavyweights?
Well, Fury is announcing his next fight this week. I think he was spotted at the Cardiff Stadium. Well, that's where his next fight will be. Maybe he's against a big name because Cardiff Stadium is not. I don't think it will be like. I don't know if the British fans will even attend the fight if he fights Manuel Charr.
Nah, they won't bother because that's a disgrace, isn't it?
Who fights? Let's say maybe he can look for another bum. Fury loves fighting bum. So maybe he might look for maybe like,
I reckon.
let's say a retired fighter like Eric Molina.
Or he might do a rematch of Otto Wallin. Who knows?
Motola is a good fighter, but it's not a stadium. That's not a stadium fight.
Might do a rematch of him.
That's not a stadium fight.
AJ probably fight Dylan White next.
I think so, but AJ's next fight will take place I think at Wembley, but no Wembley Stadium, but I think Wembley Arena.
Okay.
So that is it won't be Dylan White if that's the case. White fight is a big money fight for sure. So Joyce's next fight ideally would be Usyk, right? But Usyk might not want that smoke. So what did you just do next?
Why is he in the fighting game? Why are these boxers in the fighting game if they're not fighting each other and running like scared little pussycats running?
I don't think Usyk is running. He's running off. He's not afraid of anybody. I just believe that.
Fight then.
Usyk had over 110 amateur. He had 110 amateur bouts.
I know what he's done.
And he won 95 of them. He lost 15. 95 of them he won, 95 of them, and he lost 15.
Anyway,
so that's like a lot of wins. So the guy is not scared of anybody. He's been in there with everybody, like every style. But I believe that his age, he's 35 years old. Joyce is 37. But the thing is that he's been fighting since he was a baby, compared to Joyce,
But so he was supposed to fight Joyce for the interim title 18 months ago. So he could get that on now. Since Fury's messing about with somebody else.
I think Fury wants to fight Usyk, but I think he wants to do it next year or so.
So it'll be next spring.
So basically they are holding the heavy division down, holding it back. This is why I don't like it. Sometimes I just don't like boxing, things holding something back.
Everyone's getting fed up with all this holding up business.
Apparently, while the fights, he's fighting 15th of this month, against Robert Elenius, and if he wins, he fights Andrews Jr. Ruiz Jr. versus Joyce would be a nice fight, but I don't think Ruiz will take the fight because there is nothing for him to gain. Of course, he will gain the chance of fighting for a world, for like becoming a world champion. But he knows that he's not beating Joyce. So basically, if Joyce was a champion, maybe he would take it. Apart from that, These guys are not going to take the fight like that because I think that's what I'm saying. Like, Joyce's name is ringing bells right now, although the money is not really there. Like when you fight Joshua, for example, you fight Joshua, you become a millionaire. Facts. Joshua makes fighters rich. This is what they did in Virginia. Or everybody's fought. They are rich, they become millionaire. Joyce is getting to that stage. You know, he's building his name up a little bit, step by step. I think fighters are like, I fight Joyce now, I get knocked out, I don't become a millionaire. I fight Joshua, I can beat him, or he knocks me out, but I become a millionaire.
And this is why Usyk took the fight with Joshua into doing his interim with Joyce.
Yeah, but he took it with Joshua because he wanted
about the money
to become a world champion and the money as well. Because fighting Joshua makes you millions, you know, like millions and stuff like that. So that's why if Joshua and Joyce fights in Nigeria, they will make millions, you know, a lot of money.
It'd be billions, not millions. It'd be billions.
They'll make a lot of money, and you know, people
from
everyone
will be excited for it.
Like it will be historical as well. First time two fighters of Nigerian descent fighting in home soil. It will be historical. It will be talked about for the next 100 years.
History books forevermore.
So, but this is what I'm saying. Like, would Frank Warren allow that to happen?
Why not?
At the end of amateur boxing, Eddie Hearn is very greedy, so he loves money too much.
Why not?
Maybe they make a deal, one in the UK, one in Nigeria, one in the UK.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, because they probably have a rematch clause.
One in Nigeria, one in the UK. So we just know that is the UK can also have a taste of that, you know.
Yeah.
But I think the Nigeria one would be more memorable than the UK one.
Could you imagine all the dancing, the parties?
Yeah, it would be crazy. It would be crazy, and you see journalists from all over the world be flying to Nigeria
I was sitting next to AJ's mum, and we could sit there eating our popcorn.
It would be good.
And drinking our Guinness. She likes her Guinness, and she likes her red wine as well.
It would be great. It would be phenomenal, and I just can. I know I'm dreaming right now. It's just a dream because boxing sometimes can disappoint you, but it would be nice.
We need something exciting to happen in the heavyweight division, and that would be the most exciting thing ever.
This is why I really do want some new crop of heavyweight to come up. You know, like so that because imagine Joyce retires now. For example, Joyce retires in the next 3 years. You know.
Yeah. Who's retired?
And then Joshua retires in the next 3 years. Water wants to retire in the next 3 years. Fury retires, I don't know, maybe next year, I don't know. The guy retires and come back, retires, I don't know.
And when's my son retiring?
So everybody, the division will basically be dead.
Raymond, when's my son retiring?
Your son?
Yeah, you mentioned everyone else.
Yeah, I did say Joyce might retire in the next 3 years.
In the next 3 years?
Yeah, he might retire because I believe Joyce right now, he wants to fight the best right now, and if he fight the best for the next 3 years, being in tough fights and achieve his aim, then for him is finished.
Fight him because they're all chickens.
But I think they will fight him. I think. Listen, let me tell you right now, Ma.
Yeah.
Once Joyce become a world champion, you see everybody want to fight him. Facts.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them will get it. A lot of them will be beaten for sure, but they will fight him.
Yeah.
They will fight for that title. They will fight him.
Yeah, but they don't want to team.
Yeah, but it's just that now they see that like is a high risk. You know, is a very user. Even if Joyce offers, let's say for example now, he offers anybody a fight. Let's say even if he offers, let's say Andrews Jr.
Yeah.
Andrews Jr. will not take it. He wouldn't take the fight.
What about Wilder? Do you think he'd take it?
Wilder is not scared. He will take it. But I think Wilder will not fight Joyce now. I think there is this rivalry between Wilder and Andrews Jr. because they used to be friends or close. Then Andrews, supported the Fury, and Water got pissed in a way, So that fight, I think Water and Usyk will have to settle their differences, and after that, then Water can move on, because Water says he only has 3 years. You want to fight until like 3 years left, and it's done. After 3 years, it's done. So these boxers are going like they're set to retire, and then who do we have? Usyk is gonna retire. He wants to fight. He wants to have three or two fights, and he's gone. So all those guys are
we have people like Daniel Dubois coming up.
Man, Daniel Dubois' era will be so boring. A lot of bombs. He will fire so many bombs, and it will be so boring. So boring. There will be no challenge for him. Maybe there's this kid in America. His name is Gerald Anderson.
Yeah.
He's very talented. Very talented. Oh, very talented, man.
So he'd be a new kid on the block.
Yeah, he's very talented.
And what about Fraser Clarke? What do you think is going to happen with him?
Fraser Clarke is old, so he will retire the next 2 years.
Next 2 years?
I think so. Like, come on. Like, you think Fraser Clarke can, he's old. He's like, of course, not old, but he turned pro too late.
No, but he turned pro the same age as my son.
Yeah, but Joyce moved fast.
Right,
He moved fast.
So they're not moving him fast then, Fraser Clarke?
No, he's not going to move fast like Joyce. Joyce moved very fast.
He's under the sky, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Why are they not moving him? Why are they not fast tracking him?
This is what I'm saying. One of those things, like Joyce moves fast, and Joyce, was involved in fights that, when you fight, you don't just fight to win, but you fight to win and get the reward. And in terms of ranking,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if Fraser Clarke want to be in a conversation within the next 2 years, he's got to fight fighters that are ranked, not fighting 300 ranked fighter, you know what I mean. So he has to fight fighters that are ranked highly, a little bit, let's say top 100, top 50,
Okay.
then build himself up like that and fight, let's say, a former world champion like a washed up Lucas Brown. Sorry, but
Poor Lucas Brown.
you know what I mean? Like, fight guys like that maybe are former world champions,
Yeah. So
And
maybe what he should do then, fight all the opponents that Joby's fought already.
no. He might get beat.
Really?
Yeah, Jennings might outbox him, yeah.
Well, he's been on a GB squad for so long now. He must.
I know, but Jennings you saw what Jennings did against Joyce, and he made it very hard for Joyce.
Yeah, but also my son was showboating when he hit him in the stomach. He was showboating.
I know, but he didn't knock, Joyce didn't knock him out because he didn't give Joyce the chance to do so. He's very sleek, and so against Fraser Clarke, he might just do something similar and win the fight.
Who?
Fraser Clarke.
Fraser Clarke.
Brian Jennings.
You mean Jennings might beat Fraser Clarke?
Yeah, outbox him.
Okay.
He might, but maybe not, but he might. But Fraser Clarke is very talented. I should give him
Maybe
his.
he could fight Daniel Dubois. I think that'd be a good fight.
Dubois will not take the fight. He beats Dubois. He beats Dubois.
Oh, right, okay. But he's got the WBA belt, so he should be able to fight him, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean anything if you've got a belt then. It doesn't mean that you're that good. Is that what it means?
Well, he should fight, let's say, this Benn Steven. He can fight Benn Steven. Easy win for him.
Yeah.
He fights, let's say, Trevor Bryan. You know Trevor Bryan?
Yeah, Trevor. Well, he's already fought Trevor Bryan.
Who? Fraser Clarke?
Oh no. Daniel Dubois. Yeah, he should fight Trevor Bryan.
Yeah,
Fraser Clarke should be. He'll beat Trevor Bryan.
for sure. Be nice fight.
Yeah.
You know.
If I've got a lot of time for Fraser Clarke. He's a nice boxer.
Yeah, very nice guy. Him and Joyce fought in the amateurs, and it was a war. I watched it.
I remember. I'll never forget when he fought my son. It was at York Hall, and we was going back on the tube, and he was there at Bethnal Green by himself, and my heart went out to him. I thought, where is his people? Where's his mum? My son just beat him. I was thinking he's by himself, going home by himself. I just wanted to go and give him a hug and say it's all right, and that was when I really felt it, Raymond. I thought, oh my God, this boxing world is brutal, and I thought, all these boxers, they all have mums, and that's when I thought, well, that's why after that, every time I see a boxer, I want to go and see if they're okay, because they got mums as well, it's just, that's why when I saw my son and he won the other day, I just wanted to run. I ran to go and give him a hug. They weren't even going to let me in the ring. and the security guard, oh, just let her win. She's the mum. Yeah, so I went to give him a big hug because I was so happy. He won. Against all odds, he still won. Because I don't think they thought he was going to beat Joseph Parker.
Yeah, in a way, like Parker was being was the favorite. Like Parker was the favorite to win the fight.
Yeah.
In the bookings as well.
Well, whoever my son fights, the other opponent will always be the favorite for some reason.
Yeah, but it depends though. It depends. Right now it's different. Right now people really give him a chance.
I don't know.
Right now, I think the underdog fits Joyce.
Yeah.
The underdog status fits Joyce. But right now, he's moving from the underdog to the one of the main guys. So I don't know. People will start. They will start figuring him. They will start studying. They will start studying. People. Some boxers, when they fight Joyce, then they think, yeah, he's slow. Let me just go there and outbox him, stuff like that. But when they get in there, it's like different.
I know. Joseph Parker thought it was going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, he thought he was going to outbox Joyce easy. Because if you look at the attributes of Parker, he's faster, and you would think, he would do this, but it's not that easy. So he found out
on paper, he's supposed to win, right?
Well, normally yes, he is. He's a boxer. He's more of the mover, stuff like that. But yeah, that doesn't, Joyce just.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, just.
Oh my God.
Anyway, man, let me let you go. Let me not waste your time, and
I
want to say thanks for coming to the program.
Yeah, but if AJ's listening to this, you need to get on Raymond's program. Because Raymond bigs you up, and you need to come and support his channel. And everyone on your channel supports AJ, right?
Everyone.
Exactly.
No. Like, there are lots of people that bash AJ all the time, yeah, but it's what it is.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone know.
Hey. Can you imagine, Raymond, if the fight goes to Nigeria, your program will be like, everyone will be tuning in.
Well, if the fight goes to Nigeria, I'm going to Nigeria.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna be there live and direct. I'm gonna be there watching the fight.
Both of them on your channel chatting about the fight.
I'm gonna be there live and direct.
Live and direct.
And watch the fight, and eat some good delicious food, Nigerian food. Yeah. I'll first of all eat pepper soup, and then calm it down with cool it down with Guinness.
Oba.
Cool it down with Guinness, Guinness mod.
Nice Guinness Nice Guinness. I drink my Guinness. We both can sit there with a nice pint of Guinness.
Yeah, for sure. So I really look forward to it. I think it will be good for it. Like it will be good,
Yeah,
great.
I think it'll be the best thing for this heavyweight division right now.
I
It's
think it.
so
I think.
exciting.
I think it will. I think it will be the most memorable fight.
It would. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. It will be like in the. You know, we Nigerians, we are very loud, so the word we hear it. The word we hear it for sure.
I'll be wearing all my wares.
Yeah.
Like Tick Madame. Oh my God, munching on my chin chin.
For sure, Ma. Anyways, Ma, thanks so much. I appreciate you coming through and.
Well, I hope everything's working fine.
Yeah, it does work fine. Then you can listen to it back and stuff like that. It's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ma. Go.
I wonder what AJ thought about my son's fight with Joseph Parker. He never come out and said anything.
He's not been asked about it, and
No, but usually they have the fighters come and react, don't they? What they thought about the fight. You know?
I've never. I don't know if Joshua has reacted to any fight.
He has. He has done in the past. But
Like in a
maybe
tweet.
he doesn't do it anymore.
Like
Maybe.
tweet about it.
No. He usually comes out on. Someone might video him, but I haven't seen that for a long time.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
he's not been asked. Like he's not been interviewed for some time now.
Maybe they don't let him have. They don't give him access to him anymore.
I think the guy just focused. Like it is. I think is ever since he lost. You know, ever since he's in gym. He's in the gym. You know, always training. Like you know, his Snapchat is feed up with him being in the gym and stuff like that. You know, just locked himself up. You know, he sometimes talks about some like psychological stuff and you know just reflecting and getting better. Well, I'm happy for him. Let's see what happens in December 17th.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Anyway, Raymond, it was nice chatting with you about boxing as usual.
Thanks, Ma. I appreciate you for coming through and God bless you.
No, you know, you need to get on there. It's Martin Bacoli. You should get him on your channel.
Martin Bacoli, yeah.
Guy.
He follows me, but I'm yet to write to him.
No, get him on your program. You know, he's parents of the King and Queen of Congo.
Well, let's see if he wants to come through. It would be nice, but I doubt it. I doubt he will.
Why wouldn't he? He's such a nice gentleman.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like he doesn't know me, so and I don't know. Let's see. You know, let's see if he comes through. If not, it's okay. But
my son, he sparred with him. I met him. He's a really nice man. When he was sparring with my son.
He doesn't look like an athlete, right? He has a very
no, he's a heavyweight.
Yeah, I know, but it looks like he has, you know, like come on, he's not a tank like of Joshua and Joyce, you know, like he looks like Fury, like he has the body shape of Fury.
Is that what you're saying? He doesn't look athletic.
Yeah, he has the body shape of Fury. You know, but it's very dangerous.
So he's quite solid.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's very dangerous. He throws a lot of punches. He's fast.
Yeah.
You know, he beat up Tony Yoka so bad.
Oh, that was good.
I said, yeah, that's a revenge for the 2016 Rio Olympics robbery.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully they give my son his gold medal. Which is
sure. Anyway, thanks, Ma. And God bless you. And we'll talk more.
We'll talk some more.
Yeah, sure.
And my heart goes out to all those people who are supposed to be fighting tomorrow. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. I was really expecting, you know, I like the undercard, the people on the undercard, so like they have to like. Some of them have to pay bills. How do they do it now?
I'm saying they need to get a rescue fund for them. For if anything like this happens in the future, there should be a rescue fund because it's so much money which you have to pay for camp, your nutrition, everything, travel, everything. They need, I think they need to set up Eddie Hearn and all those whatever people, they should compensate them.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, they have to. Anyways, thanks, Ma.
Take
Talk to you tomorrow and take care.
God bless, and I'll speak to you soon.
God bless.
Okay.
The missiles. I'ma hit funny bone with a Draco, yeah, I know it tickle. Look at my face, it's a tornado, cause I ain't leaving no witness. Ice on my neck, give a nigga chills, he gotta get COVID tested. Nigga ain't never up, no found me, but I learned a lot of lessons. He keep on dissing in his song, bitch, I'm shooting up his